In this video we are playing Find the Morphs in brackets like smiling critters. So it has 3 maps currently. We're going to start off in map 1. So starting off in the lobby you do have a VIP room and then you've got portals to map 1, 2 and 3. I don't know if the VIP room has other morphs, but this game is a bit weird. So it's Find the Morphs, but only 5 actually morph you in this map. The other 20, as you've just seen, are sort of points. So you collect them, but they don't morph. So that's a little bit weird. Another thing I don't like, it's not a badge game. And also when you collect a morph, you don't get like an index. You've collected catnap, you've collected piggy patch. So that they need to put that in for an update. I mean, I would like to have some morphs. I like the fact you get ones that are kind of question marks and ones that are normal. So you can see when you get a question mark one, you get morphed into it. So this is catnap. So I'm assuming these are more like specials rather than sort of normal characters. If you're saying Find the Morphs, I'm sure you could include other games like Poppy Playtime characters. You know, there's loads of stuff that you could do and morph into, very similar to the smiling critters. That means you actually have more morphs to go into. So I don't get the points versus the other morphs. But what I will say is the map's really nice. You've got some really great places to hide morphs. I don't even think they've made full use of it, to be fair. It is accessible, they're all out in the open. I love how the morphs turn around and look at you, that's really great. I actually quite like the 3D kind of, I don't know what you call it, they're almost like cardboard origami versions of the morphs. I quite like that, to be fair, and that is a concept you could actually bring to it. So if you wanted to stay with just the smiling critters, you could have sort of like the origami version, like a cartoon version, the realistic version of them, and then you can introduce more and more morphs. And if I can ask, if you do enjoy this video or any other from JudgementTV, if you can please help to support my channel by liking this video, dropping me a comment, hitting that subscribe button. I am so close to 5,000. I need 10 more subscribers and I've hit that magic number. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button. And also, if I can ask you to come back and see some more of my videos in the future. Thank you so much. So just continuing around the map. And we've got our next question mark and we have got kickin. I do quite like catnap. Hoppy hopscotch was okay. This one's alright, but catnap's definitely my favourite. I don't know if the game is to try and find the ones that you morph into or not. Like the other ones are sort of red herrings and you've got to try and find the actual morphs. I don't know. But what is disappointing as well, it's out of all of the smiling critters, they don't have Bobby Bear Hug. Like, that is a main character not to have a morph for it in any of the maps. I kind of like how you look like you're dressed in a costume, because almost that black strip looks like a zipper, doesn't it? And this is where I say sort of that zoomed out view is really going to help. I always do this just to have a look to see where the characters are, especially when you've got morphs like this that kind of stand out. It'd be nice to get some sort of veiled entrances going, like into the tunnels there, just to try and up that challenge element a little bit. I've done sort of all 3 maps in about half an hour, so it is sort of a pass the time game if you are a scavenger enthusiast like myself. They've got so many little nooks and crannies that you can find stuff in. So I think maybe Bobby Bear Hug might be a group join, potentially. You've also got Mummy Longlegs, so again, they are starting to bring in some of the Poppy Playtime other characters, but where's Huggy Wuggy and where's Kissy Missy and some of the other ones? It's just weird. Their choice of characters is weird. We've got our next morph one, and this is Craftycorn. So that one does look, that is probably my favourite. Yeah, I know it's a unicorn, but still. It's a toss-up between Catnap and Craftycorn. But what I will say is that the morphs are really nice. Look how fluid they move. You can see the tail moving. I really like them. They're good quality morphs. I love the little bum wiggle of the tail. And this is where this map's quite good, because where they hide them in the tree line, there's so many trees that it makes it a little bit harder to find them, but we have just found the next one. And we are on to the last morph of the map. And there we go, and it is the last question mark, and we have found Dog Day. So moving around now into map 2. So again, we're going to go through the portal. And in this map, they start to bring in characters that I don't know. I've never seen sort of Poppy Playtime and Smiling Critters, so I don't know if they are characters or if they're in other things similar to it. I have no idea, but I don't know who that black rabbit is. I have no idea. If you know who some of these characters are, please do drop it in the comments. I will change the order list in the video description. But obviously, I'm just going to have to describe them as I see it. A little bit like catchphrase, say what you see. Would have been nice for the houses to have been furnished. Again, it's just that little finishing detail. And they just hide the morphs a bit better if you put them in the buildings. And I am going to say this, so I think this game trolls you a little bit. I don't know why, I've just got a sneaking suspicion, because I ran around this map and I was like, where is the rest of these morphs that I've got to find? And then it's literally like I'll run past somewhere I've already run past, and then there's a morph, and I'm like, how have I missed that? But up on the top of the map wall, we have found our next character, and again, I've tried to Google this. Is it a lion? I think. But again, I can't find what this character is, so I've just listed it as lion or fox. There is Piggy. We found our next question mark, which is that morph. It is bubbaphant. Oh god, try saying that 10 times fast. Bubbaphant. It must be, you must try and find the actual morph. So we've got the next question mark, which is this black rabbit. That they look cool. I love how spiffy they look in their little tie, but don't know who they are to name them, so sorry. I like that little area. I sort of wish it was hidden a little bit more. Maybe if you put some doors or the actual wall, because it was quite obvious it was there. Just to try and up, just to try and up that challenge element a little bit. See, those are the ones, the little nooks and crannies to put them in. And we have found our next morph, which is white cat. I don't know who that is, but closely followed by piggy. I do prefer the smiling critters ones though. I think they look awesome. And this is what I mean, it's sort of about trolling. Like, I've been past that tower and I've looked at that tower and that was not on there. Like, unless I'm blind, I don't know. But dropping down, we found our another morph, and I'm going to call this Rabbit Doll because I have no idea who this is. But I actually really do like this morph. I love the way that the head swings when it walks. It's like la 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 as they're walking. I really like it. I might call this one Bunny Red Riding Hood because that's what I'm thinking when I look at it. But again, if you know the name of this character, let me know and I will change the order list. I'm thinking potentially the bunnies, like the black bunny, this bunny, and the cat. Maybe the liony foxing might have come from the same thing. I don't know. I do like that head bob. I can't stop looking at it. I will give the game credit, I do like the walking speed. Sometimes they do try and generate some more money by having the speed coil to purchase, but it just makes it really slow to walk around, harder to jump, but you've got none of that with this game. The little legs going as they're swimming, I think that's really cute. like the glow as well. That's quite nice on the when you've morphed. This is what I'm saying when I say I've walked around here, I haven't spotted any morphs, and I've still got 6 morphs to go. See, look, I'm looking, I've got my zoomed out view on. So we'll go and get the bubba one on top of the tower we saw earlier. Now I think I would have spotted that one in that tree further down. I really do, unless I'm being blind. But in a way, you know, this is how having some kind of areas that are elevated, kind of mixing them, filling it out in the map can really kind of start to confuse people, start to hide them quite nicely. Just made that. And we've got 3 left, so there's 1 in the tree over there. So I think from the lobby you can have a little look at the maps, and that's what that window's for, because it tells you you need to go into map 2 via the portal. This is going to be another 0.1 for the fox, and then round to the one on the tree. And then the end is nigh. We've only got 1 more. I think it is over in the tree here. See, like, how didn't I see that? Don't think it helps that they turn potentially, so maybe like a flatfish, I'm just not seeing it. But there we go, we have found all 30. And as I said, there are only the 6 morph ones in that map. On to map 3 now. So this one, there are 35 in total, but again, only 6 are the actual true morphs. And like, out of all of them, like, there's no reference that I can see to smiling critters. I know when I Googled they had Shark Boy, but I just don't think that is who this is. So I'm going to have to say it as I see it, and this one's obviously going to be Blue Shark. Then we're going to have stuff like Leather Jacket Lizard and Grey Axolotl, because I don't know who they are. But you can start to see some of the other characters that we're going to need to find. So we've seen the pink axolotl, there was the black shark, there was the grey axolotl. So at least we're going to know what we're going to be getting. I'm checking those tree lines this time. I haven't found a question mark in a while. Like, we've still got a few to go. Nearly halfway done on this map already. As I said, it's not sort of a long game or a challenging game. It's just a nice quick pass the time. I mean, I'm really sorry, as they aren't listed, as they aren't individual characters. If you are missing some, you're just going to have to check where I've been versus where you've been. There's not much more I can do, I'm afraid. And I mean, we're at 19 and I still haven't found another question mark. So this is probably one of my favourite hiding places. I love that this one is more difficult behind the waterfall, and we find the black shark. Now, I love the fact that this is rocking the goth look, so yeah, probably my favourite one of this map so far. I also love the neon shoes. We have found our next question mark, and this is like a blue axolotl. That's what I'm going to call it. And we found our next question mark, and this is like what? Green axolotl? These have got to be characters from something, surely, to have the two different versions of the shark, the three different versions of the axolotl. Is it an axolotl? Lizard? I don't know. And we've got our next question mark, and I'm just going to go ahead and call this, what, leather jacket lizard? Or is it a frog? I have no idea. Leather jacket frog. I think that is, because I ain't got a tail, has it? In actual fact, this is quite a big map compared to the other ones. Like the little cave entrance. And we find our next morph, and this is the pink axolotl. Quite a few morphs in this cave. That's brought the total up, and we are on our last one. Now again, tell me that this one hasn't kind of popped up as I've run past, because I came past this tree line and I went in this tree line. So have I missed it? Did you spot it in the video? I have no idea, but we need to come up here, and this is where we will get our final points. And this is actually a morph again, and this is the grey axolotl. But there we have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.